Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the last candle review of this lovely Sunday afternoon. We are going to cap it off with a Bath & Body Works fragrance. And this is one of the ones that I recently picked up at the last buy two get two sale. I ended up ordering my candles online during that sale, and when I shared my haul, I mentioned that a lot of those candles came loose from like the bottom. The wick clips basically got dislodged. I think that was probably mostly due to just the cold weather and the wax and the glue contracting from the glass, obviously, and then getting jostled around in transit. So this was one of the candles that actually did quite well for me in transit and looked beautiful upon delivery. So, which is awesome because this is probably, this and the Radiant Sky, definitely my two new favorite labels from Bath & Body Works for sure. But I actually, a couple of the other fragrances that were loose, that got loose from the jar in that delivery, I ended up going in store and wanting to trade those candles for some different ones, just because I did not want to risk the wicks potentially migrating. And I really did want the option of being able to burn these completely down if I wanted to. So anyway, long story short, it was my intention to actually grab another one of these Among the Cloud fragrances when I did that return, because I had already burned this a couple times by then, and I've actually really enjoyed this. And I like the label so much that I wanted to get another one, but there were none in stock at the time that I was doing my exchange. So, bummer for me, but yeah, I totally see myself getting another one. The fragrance isn't my favorite. I gotta admit, it's not my favorite ever from Bath & Body Works, but there's just something about the packaging on this one combined with the fragrance that, I don't know, it speaks to my inner 1990s Lisa Frank love and self. I mentioned in my review of the Radiant Sky that the label, or I guess the wrap on that one and the wrap on this one, remind me of my Lisa Frank Trapper Keepers. You know, the ones where the dolphin was the psychedelic dolphin was jumping out of the water. Just fabulous. Do they still make Trapper Keepers? I feel like I've never purchased any school supplies for my daughter. Schools are now doing this thing where you just send a check for 30 bucks and then they buy all the supplies for the kids. Kind of love that, but I also miss shopping for Trapper Keepers. Anyway, we are not here to talk about Lisa Frank. We are reviewing Among the Clouds. All right, you guys, I really like this scent. This is kind of fun and unique. I believe this is a body care item as well, or a body care fragrance. I have mentioned before that I can't use the body care products from Bath & Body Works. They make me really itchy. The body sprays, I can totally do those. I can spray those on my skin and I can spray them on my clothing and that's fine. But any of the lotions and the body washes, my skin just kind of gets a little itchy with those. So, but if I could, I would probably totally purchase this in body care. It's kind of it's very sweet. This is a very sweet scent. It also has a touch of floral to it, but then there's also some fruity notes. This one, I like it. This is a little bit more maybe complex than what I'm used to from Bath & Body Works. So let's go ahead and go through the scent description here, talk about the fragrance notes, strength, throw, overall burn quality, all that fun jazz, and then we'll be able to wrap it up. Okay, so what this smells like. Soaring through the clouds, airy, uplifting, and sweet. Yeah, it's probably a pretty accurate description of this. So the notes on this one are wild berry skies and whipped vanilla clouds. So what does that mean? So this is an interesting combination to me of a berry fruitiness with a touch of, I feel like I detect like a light kind of white generic floral note in this. I also get a little bit of like a softness, which is I think where that vanilla is coming into play. The berry that I'm smelling here is a combination, I feel, of like a raspberry, maybe a strawberry, and possibly like a blackberry type note. It kind of smells like a little bit of like a berry melange, if you will. But it's really a sweet scent. That touch of floral that I'm detecting is light. It's not oppressive at all. And I was looking through some of the other reviews of this one. This one gets great reviews, by the way. I will link it down below. Go read up on some of the reviews on the website. There were a couple of other people as I was going through that also seemed to kind of detect a slight floral note. So I'm not the only one, but there are a lot of people for whom this one just smells like really like fruity, kind of like a generic like berry type scent, and not generic in a bad way, but you know, it's mostly berries to most people. But I can also detect that there's a little bit of a like a musk as well, like a really light, clean musk, not anything that smells musty or anything like that. This is quite a light, I guess airy would be, they describe it as airy. I feel like that's a great description of it. Almost like slightly ozone-y in a way. I think this is a really nicely balanced fragrance. Like this is delightful. I was really kind of disappointed that I was not able to exchange some of my other candles for more of this. But that being said, the next time that there is a sale, this is still available online, and I also have a couple other stores in the area that I can check as well. And it might be that they were just out of stock the day that I picked this up. I anticipate this potentially being around for a little bit longer in stores, so you know, I'm sure more shipments will go out, but you should be able to order this online. Now, I am not sure. I am recording this on Thursday, so I'm not sure what the candle sales are for this weekend. Like I haven't researched that yet, so there might be a candle sale this weekend where you can either order this or pick it up in your local store. But this one's definitely worth checking out, you guys. If you like those really kind of sweet, girly, feminine type scents, this one is probably going to be right up your alley, especially if you like some berry notes for sure. But there is just that hint of like that touch of floral for me and that little bit of muskiness as well. Again, overall, this scent profile, love it. Definitely want more. Let's talk about the burn. All right, so I am at the halfway point with this one, and I am going to give you guys a quick overhead view here just so that we can, I'm trying to remember to do this in like all of my videos, especially if they have like an opaque label here, but look at this. No real issues really with discoloration or sooting. Man, I don't know, did Bath & Body Works turn it around? Because the last couple of candles that I've reviewed have really done actually quite well for me. Is this in frame? Yes, okay, sorry. They've really done quite well for me. And I'm pleased. And I've been having some struggles here for a while with Bath & Body Works, so maybe they fix things. I will say they are the thicker, like, tree stump wicks that I don't love, but maybe they did something to them because they're burning better than they normally do for me. So who knows? But I'm a fan of whatever they did to allow me to actually be able to burn these candles. Because for the longest time there, I would basically burn them, you know, maybe to the halfway point and then end up crocking them. Or if I knew it was a problem candle, oftentimes I would just plop it in the crock to begin with and never even light it up. That being said, ideally, if I purchase a candle, I'd love to be able to actually burn it. So strength and throw on this are quite solid for me, I would say. I'm gonna give the strength of this one, like it's a solid, like medium plus performer, if you will. So I'm gonna put it like somewhere around like a strength of between like a 6, no, it's definitely a solid 7. Like, and I'm doing this on a scale of 1 to 10. I feel like this is great, like in terms of strength. I don't know that I would want it to be much stronger. I think it's actually quite good the way that it is right now. This one also pairs well with a lot of the other fragrances that I recently got in from Kringle from their spring collection. So, you know, I like that I can mix this with some of my other candles that I have going. The throw is also pretty decent. I'm gonna put that at between like a 6 and a 7, somewhere around there. Definitely fills the room that I'm in, definitely starts to travel like outside of the immediate area. Doesn't fill my entire house, but that's okay. Right now I am just in spring candle like testing mode anyway. So, you know, like I don't necessarily need this to like fill the entire house, because quite frankly, I have the house divided into like 3 different areas where I'm testing candles. So, you know, this is fine for me. And if you live in a less like open concept style home, this might even do a little bit better for you in terms of strength and throw. I do have quite high ceilings in here, and the rooms just kind of all like flow into each other. Like I have the dining room that's a little bit more separated, but everything else down here is pretty much like just walk from room to room. Like there's not like a lot of doorways or anything. So, yeah. You guys, this one's getting like 2 thumbs up for me. I really, really like this one. And I don't think that I love it quite as much as the Radiant Sky, but she's kind of right up there. So I hope the fragrance sticks around, and I enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'll go ahead and link this down below at Bath & Body Works, but obviously, you know, if you have a store near you, you can smell this in person. That is the one thing that is, I guess, the big bonus about Bath & Body Works is most of us have locations near us, and we can smell the scents before we decide to make a purchase. So even though I did buy this one blindly, so worked out for me. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in for all these candle reviews today. If you missed the first 2, I will link those in the description box down below as well. Please give this video a big fat thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe if you are new, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.